Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all.
Naughty or nice?
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Welcome to We Got This with Mark and Hal, the show where we settle the debates nobody else will touch. Ho, 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 on Prancer. Ho, 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 ho.
Thank you, Santa Pardo, for that lovely introduction. Hi, Hal.
Charlie Rocket. Ho, 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 ho. Tim Meadows. Ho, 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 ho.
Siobhan Fallon.
Denny Dillon. Ho, 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 ho,
Oh, my God. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. I just turned into Frosty the Snowman for a second. Happy birthday.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Merry Christmas. It's the holiday season, and it would not be a holiday episode of We Got This with Mark and Hal without our elf on the shelf herself, Paget Brewster.
Oh,
She's back. We love you. We're so excited you're here.
Oh,
Hi,
I'm
Paget.
so happy to be here. Hi, guys. Handsome fellers.
Oh, you wonderful, beautiful woman, you.
Yes.
How in
Wonderful.
the heck are you?
Yeah.
Great. I'm fabulous. I'm tired.
Sure.
I'm back to running around in the woods in the high heels with a Glock
Mhm.
for Criminal Minds.
For a show.
The reboot
Yeah,
of
reboot.
Criminal Minds. So, and it's great. I love it. But during the pandemic, I forgot about long days
Yeah.
and high heels and broads with wires.
Microphone wires or bra wire?
No, underwires.
Underwires.
And then a microphone.
Yeah.
In the cleavage.
Sure. I'm used to that. I always have a microphone in my cleavage.
So
I just keep it right there just in case I want to podcast from
Yeah.
wherever.
Exactly.
You're podcasting's Donnie Brasco. You're always wearing a wire. You know, Paget, you have no idea what we're doing here today. This is exciting.
I don't.
Mark and I thought we would give ourselves a special gift for the holiday. Two huge gifts. Number one is your presence. which is always
Oh.
a present.
Amen.
And number two is, we always make all the decisions on the show. So what we've decided to do is we've each compiled a list, independent of the other, of things associated with the holidays. And we don't know whether they're hip or gauche. So we're going to ask you, and we're going to talk it out with you. You're going to help us determine whether these things are hip or gauche. Because I have some stuff I think, like, this might be gauche, and I'm doing it anyway. Or this might be, I think it's gauche, and it's actually hip.
But now, give me your definition of gauche and hip.
So hip is like
Like the
in
kids,
this
like
case,
current, like what?
yes, but also like that's a good thing to do during the holidays, as opposed to this is kind of
Mhm.
tacky. Maybe don't do it. Find an alternative.
I think
route.
of gauche as tacky.
Okay, great. Okay.
And
All right,
all of
thank
mine,
you.
I don't know about Hal's, but all of mine are decorations based for purposes of
Oh.
tackiness.
None of mine are decoration based.
Interesting. Oh, this is exciting.
Ooh.
So we will ask you, we will all discuss, but we will make the ultimate arbiter of this. This will be, we're taking a break on this one.
Yeah.
This is Paget got this.
I got this?
You got this.
Yes.
We will back whatever your decisions are on all of
Yes.
these. For
Okay.
all people, for all time.
Yes.
But I like debate. I
Oh,
like
we will
discussion.
debate.
We can debate
these.
it.
We'll
Right,
debate
I
these.
like-
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I
You
could
are
be convinced of another opinion. Let's go.
you are
Oh.
the Chief Justice of this particular Supreme
I'm the
Court.
Judge Judy.
You're the Judge
of
Judy.
this. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the boss, applesauce. I'll tell you what, I'll start first. This is something I do. And I feel like it's somewhat controversial amongst the people I know. Some think it's okay. Some think it's too much, which is when it is 12:01 a.m. on November 1st, that is clearance for me to play Christmas music. And I will begin. We got a tree like a week later and decorated it and went into all this. I can tell by the look on your face. I know this is an audio podcast that you do not. This is gauche. Is it bad? Am I bad?
I have decorating before Thanksgiving on my
Okay.
list as well.
All right, good.
Which I clearly have done.
Uh-oh.
People of the world, listeners, you can't see this face, but we sure can. And if a picture's worth 1,000 words, we're about to get a couple thousand.
Okay, first of all, I love all celebration.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving is very important.
Yeah.
And I am appalled at your lack of respect for our national holiday of Thanksgiving, which may be historically inaccurate, but is the one holiday where we are just thankful for our lives and our families and our friends and our loved ones. And you poop in the face of Thanksgiving when you start playing Christmas carols before Thanksgiving is over. That is my verdict. Gagliardi, what do you think?
Look behind me. Obviously, I have fully decorated for Christmas. Thanksgiving, the morning of Thanksgiving is when Santa shows up in New York City. It happens before the turkey is eaten. If Thanksgiving begins, if the Thanksgiving meal, if the solstice moment, the equinox moment, the alignment moment of Thanksgiving is the turkey, then before the meal, Santa has already shown up nationally on television.
You mean in Coca-Cola commercials?
Well, yes, but at the tail end of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
But I get it.
I don't mind the tree. I don't mind decorations.
Okay.
It's the auditory. It's the music
like
playing
the music.
is the problem.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
I think, we talk about like the commercialization of Christmas, or people complain about it. I'm fine with it because I'm Jewish and we wrote all your songs. But Mariah Carey has turned it into a marketing opportunity all through the Halloween season. I'm not a Halloween person. I'm happy for people who are. And I feel like pumpkin spice season started in June this year. So I was already revving like, when this is over, it's not bats and witches and cats anymore. It's going to be Andy Williams and Mariah Carey, who has turned it into a marketing opportunity. So as soon as it's November 1st, she's like, it's time. You can play my song that I own the publishing of.
But the pumpkin industry, the pumpkin spice industry, everyone has commercialized it, and that's okay. Yeah. They employ people in advertising and pumpkin spice making and pumpkin spice factories. So, and Halloween, everything has been commercialized, and that's fair. That's the American way. But I wish there was, I feel like Thanksgiving is the middle child that is just ignored. And it's my favorite holiday. And my husband and I got married the day after Thanksgiving. Our rehearsal dinner was Thanksgiving. So it's like that's my cause.
Yeah.
It's that holiday.
You are that woman from the magazine in the mid 1800s that convinced America to have Thanksgiving as a holiday.
Yes.
I would argue though that, and I agree with you that, and again, this is your decision and you are, I would argue Hal and I are anomalies in this one.
Yeah.
In the when to listen to it. But I don't know that Thanksgiving is underserved in one way, in that Thanksgiving is sort of uncommercializable.
True. But yes, there's no Thanksgiving music.
No, but that's great. The fact that swirling around is all this commercialization of the other holidays you've got. It's wedged between Halloween, where there's a million commercialized things about it, and Christmas and New Year's and
Oscar season.
In the middle is this holiday that is just get together with your family, eat a meal, watch the Detroit Lions, and watch a parade, and maybe watch National Treasure. Like that, it's just sort of this. Like,
wait, why National Treasure?
Because it seems to always be on Thanksgiving weekend, and my family always watches that movie together.
Is that because you pop in a DVD?
No, it's on TV.
AMC.
I bet it's on AMC or Freeform or one of those. But it feels like it doesn't need all the extra stuff. I mean,
I agree.
I agree with you that it is sort of that quiet middle child. But does Thanksgiving like being the quiet middle child?
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving is ambivalent. Thanksgiving as an entity makes no judgments.
Fair.
It's about how do we look at Thanksgiving. But I don't, for some reason, the decorations don't bother me. The Christmas decorations don't bother me. There are Thanksgiving decorations. There is Thanksgiving as a welcome member of the holiday family season. But the music, I don't like the music starting. So I'm going to agree with Gagliardi and disagree with Hal. Your behaviors.
Fair enough.
All right.
I'm wrong. I accept it.
You do?
I may not change. I may live as an outlaw on the run. Listen, for me, it is like I just love Christmas and I love that whole season, but I also roll everything together. Like the holiday season is Thanksgiving. It is Christmas. It is always Hanukkah for me. It is Kwanzaa as well into New Year's, and my birthday is when it ends on January 9th. That is the entirety of the holiday. Like that is where I carry it through. It's busy. There's a lot going on. So
and I simply have no problem being gauche.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just fine with gauche.
Yeah, but this is more like us figuring it out too. Like, I don't know. I need to understand because I hear so many different voices telling me one thing or another, but now I know it's gauche and I can live and sit in that in joy.
Okay.
All right, what else you got, Hal?
It's you, Mark. It's your turn. I threw that. Oh, great. Even though it was on your list.
Oh, okay. So I'm taking that off of mine. I'm going to throw out, I'm going to go a short one. The car antlers and nose. Do you like the car antlers and nose? Or do you have to be, I feel like if you have the car antlers and nose, you have to be on your best behavior as a driver because you are somehow a representative of all things Christmas.
Bingo. If you are joyful enough to add the antlers and nose to your car, behave joyfully. Don't cut people off in traffic. No road rage. Like, be consistent.
Yeah.
And then I support it. Depending on your driving behavior, I'm against it or for it.
Okay. I like that. A contingent one.
You have to uphold the antler and nose joy.
Oh, amen. Amen.
Let me ask you something. Let me tack on. I want to tack on to that.
Okay.
Do the same rules apply for the two elf legs sticking out of the trunk, like you have murdered an elf, but you were in a rush on your getaway and the legs are still hanging out? Have you seen that? I saw it recently. I just saw this in the last 24 hours on the road.
I don't get it. I
don't either.
I just don't get it.
Yeah,
you're implying that you've murdered an elf.
An elf.
That's the implication.
A defenseless elf.
A defenseless elf. You went to the North Pole, you stuffed it in your trunk, and now you've driven
and you slammed the door on it.
It's not like it was already dead. Its arms are sticking out of a cracked window. Yeah. Those arms are poking out of a closed trunk, which means there is one part of that is fully Wile E. Coyote.
It's defiling the body after you've murdered it. It's a separate charge.
Would it be a good episode of, I know I'm not in the writer's room, but just an episode of Criminal Minds where you're trying to track down the one person who's killed all these elves and stuffed them into people's trunks?
Listen, we've had weirder murderers over hundreds of episodes. It's not a bad pitch, Hal. Okay. I'm going to take it.
Okay, please. Yes, you can have it. All right. Here's one. This is for Christmas cards when you're doing the photo shoot. Putting everybody in your family in matching pajamas. They're all in the same pajamas, or they're all in the same, just the outfit matches. I feel like pajamas is the most common version of that.
Oh, I feel like a white shirt and denim from the 90s is what I see the most from my family. A white button-down shirt and acid wash jeans.
Everybody in it, though, right?
Everyone in the family. Sometimes the dog.
My family totally did the white shirt and jeans last year for my nephew's birthday. We're like, my mom wanted a family portrait. Like, everyone bring jeans and a white shirt.
We did.
See?
Yeah.
I love it.
You love it. Oh, that's.
I love a matching photo. I love families getting together for any reason. I imagine there's probably in some families some crying and yelling, and it's not a joyful moment. But the idea, I think, is adorable.
Is the implication of that photo, Paget, that this is the way the family they have closets they all have the same inventory of clothing and they match their outfits every day? Or does it feel like, well, it's the holidays. We break out our matchies.
I think it's mostly the mom saying, you will put this on and show your Aunt Gladys that we get along.
When she comes in with that big Macy's bag and 6 identical, folded up,
wrapped in plastic from Ross. Yeah. I love it.
No.
I like it. I like it.
All right. It's hip. Asked and answered. Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's not hip, but it's,
it's good.
Hey, our choices are hip or gauche. Those are the choices.
Good or gauche. How about good or gauche? Right?
Well, thumbs up, thumbs. Should we just do thumbs up, thumbs down?
Or naughty or
thumbs
nice?
Up, thumbs down.
How about naughty or nice?
Oh, I like naughty or nice is good. That's
naughty
good. So
or naughty.
naughty. Yeah, you're naughty with your Christmas music, and you're nice. I like the nice. The matching clothes Christmas card is nice.
All right, I have one for you. Christmas decorations in the bathroom, specifically and including those toilet covers of different, like you get a Santa toilet seat cover.
Like the top
the
cover?
lid cover.
Is it ever down?
You never put the lid down on your toilet?
You will crap on Santa's face at some point. The very top one? Why?
You should close the lid before you flush.
Yeah.
Well, I mean just in general. I don't show up and the lid is, I'm supposed to close the lid?
Close the lid.
This is news.
Every time.
I feel like this episode just took a turn into what we really need to talk about now.
This feels like a larger problem. I've never seen like a toilet turn into the fountains at the Bellagio. That's why I never think of it as like, I guess I just never considered it. Wow.
No, yeah. So, but with that does mean in the middle of the night, you will sit on Santa's face.
Yeah.
By mistake, and then go, whoops, the top's still down, and get up and.
Oh. Huh.
I'm more concerned about the bacteria on your toothbrush than I am about whether decorating the bathroom with a Santa toilet fuzzy is good or bad.
I always wash it off by swishing it around in the toilet water first before I wet it down, and then it's clean.
What do you guys think? I don't think I've ever seen a bathroom Christmas decorated. So
hold on a second. You two talk for 30 seconds.
Oh, Mark's going to get whatever he's asking his stuff.
His Santa toilet seat cover. This exists. I've never.
This whole episode is both of us asking for permission.
Jeez, now that he's left the room, I see all of the garlands, all of the Christmas lights. Is there a Christmas bear pillow on his couch? He changes his upholstery.
Everything. Oh, we got pillows too. We did get holiday pillows.
Hi guys.
On the couch.
What happened?
Hello.
Wait, were y'all talking about my pillows on my couch?
Yes.
Yeah. They're covers, slip covers. Yeah.
So wait, do you have
here's what I'm talking about. I have this guy that goes on the toilet cover.
Why does it look like you as an elf? Did you have that custom
But
made?
also that goes with it is there's a mat that goes in front of your toilet. It looks like the elf's clothes.
Oh my God. Oh, those of you at home.
I think this is probably gauche, right?
I can't judge it. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to do with it. I am morally torn.
Imagine you're a guest in someone's home. Hold on a second, Mark.
Okay.
Wait. Imagine you're a guest. Wait, get it ready, but don't show it yet.
Okay.
Imagine that you are a guest in someone's home, Paget, and you excuse yourself to use the restroom. And you walk into the powder room or whatever, the guest bathroom, and you see this on the toilet seat. Go ahead and show it, Mark. What do you think?
I think I would think, wow. I don't want to take away anyone's joy. I guess I would silently judge. I would silently judge and then use your bathroom like a jerk. Judge and then use the it is, I've never seen that in my life. So to me, that is wild. But the fact that you're so exuberant, I would never want to take that away from anyone.
No, you are mistaking my exuberance for being aimed directly at the product itself. And my exuberance is aimed more at my desire that I can have the permission to not use every single Christmas decoration I have ever acquired. You know what I mean?
This right now is you not using every Christmas.
This is me. This is in the box. I did not put this on the toilet or on the mat this year. This is just from the box because I looked down at the box of Christmas decorations and I thought this yesterday. Because I was decorating and I thought, I think it's okay to not use everything that I have. You know what I mean? Like over the years, you sort of acquire more and more Christmas decorations, but then I feel like, that Christmas I've got this Christmas decoration. I should use it. That one feels like that. This is the one that I'm like, this feels like too much. I should not put this out there.
You're torn about whether it's naughty or nice.
Oh, no, I'm certain it's naughty. I'm torn about whether or not I should include even the naughty and gauche decorations in my decorating in any given year. I've not Marie Kondoed my Christmas boxes at all.
Just throwing the holidays at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Exactly.
I guess my answer would be go ahead and do it the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh.
Put it all up.
Well, let me ask you this, because you mentioned going in the middle of the night. I'm not going to lie. This is not the only toilet seat cover holiday themed that I have. I picked both of these up in Brooklyn, Katie and I, when we were living there. This one is a Frosty the Snowman one. Now, you mentioned going in the middle of the night.
For those of you at home, there is a carrot applique.
Here's the problem.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah, might not be a problem.
There's Santa Claus has a carrot nose. That would
and 2 eyes made out of coal.
Snowman.
All right,
the snowman has a carrot nose, pointing skyward, right where you wouldn't want it if you went and sat on your closed toilet lid in the middle of the night. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. Some people might. How's the point?
Yeah, you're laying in bed. Your partner goes into the bathroom in the middle of the night, and as you lay there, you just hear
oh.
And that's how you know, Frosty the Snowman. And guess what? It's November 20th. It's too early. Yeah. By the way, that poor elf, not only are we stuffing elves in trunks, but literally you're ripping that elf's head off and down his neck.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, dirty word.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Hal. All right, Hal, you're up. I'm not putting these out this year, by the way.
All right. You're singing Christmas carols. You're going caroling. Or you're not going caroling. You're just singing Christmas carols together. And somebody does unauthorized harmonizing. Like they're going off trying to find the harmonies and not, you know what I mean? The same people who do it for Happy Birthday. But not in a just natural harmonizing way, but like I'm going to try to go to theater school.
Yeah.
Oh, naughty or nice?
The worst.
I've talked too much. I want to hear. Well, Hal, what do you think, Hal?
I'm a big fan of harmonizing. I do it a lot. You know, from years of Thrilling Adventure Hour, especially if Annie and I are singing something together, we both sort of find harmonies with one another. So I'm for it. I do it because I like the way it sounds and I think it'll add depth to the song. I feel like when it's done for the sake of showing off that you can harmonize, that's where it gets to be a problem. Like
I agree. I think it's like the difference between adding depth to the song and adding status to myself as a singer in this moment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't like that version. The first version, love it. If you know, do you do this at home, Hal, or in the car when you're listening to the 20 Sirius XM Christmas channels that they drop at 12:01 a.m. on November 1st? Do you sing those harmonies in the car?
Oh yeah, I'll sing harmonies with any song I hear on the radio.
Me too.
But for me, like I wouldn't be like, Mark Paget, you have to hear this new song and then play it and start harmonizing with it in front of you. And go like, I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Isn't that a great song?
I did figure out the harmony to Careless Whisper. The other day, which was exciting. Yeah, I sing along. I agree with everything Hal said, but I will say, I think I was one of those annoying people when I was younger who was trying to prove that I could sing and find the harmony and sometimes failing. Families, friends, birthday parties. Absolutely, I did it. And then I think maybe when I was 25, I was like, what am I trying to do here? So I think it's naughty after the age of 25.
There you go.
Amazing.
That one has a time limit on it. Why don't we do this?
Mm-hmm.
People have a lot to process and get their heads around.
Sure.
And we are super grateful, of course, to all of the Max Fun members who help support our show. So we're going to give you an opportunity to hear about some of the other fine shows on the network and perhaps hear from a sponsor or two. You're listening to We Got This with Mark and Hal.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to We Got This with Mark and Hal.
Wait, should we say we'll be right back and try to harmonize?
Yeah.
Sadly. You want to?
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
I'll go high.
We'll
right
back.
Wait, what's happening?
We'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Ella McLeod.
And I'm Alexis B. Preston.
And we host a show called Comfort Creatures, the show for every animal lover, be it a creature of scales, 6 legs, fur, feathers, or fiction. Comfort Creatures is a show for people who prefer their friends to have paws instead of hands.
Unless they are raccoon hands, that is okay.
That is absolutely okay, yeah.
Yes. Every Thursday, we will be talking to guests about their pets, learning about pets in history, art, and even fiction. Plus, we'll discover differences between pet ownership across the pond. It's going to be a hoot on Maximum Fun.
Hi, everybody. My name is Justin McElroy.
And I'm Sydney McElroy.
Dr. Sydney McElroy.
That is true.
It's important in this context because we host a medical history podcast called
Sawbones.
Oh, I thought we should have worked on that.
Sawbones.
Sawbones isn't afraid to ask the hard-hitting questions. Like, are vaccines as safe and reliable as they want us to believe?
Yes.
Do I have to get a flu shot?
Yes.
Okay. Is science a miracle?
No.
We have a lot of great history for you and a lot of laughs. And sometimes the history is so bad that there's no laughs. But
you'll learn something. You'll feel something.
And it's always Sawbones.
That's right.
Every week on MaximumFun.org.
Shall we jump back into Christmas?
Sure. Whose turn is it? Is it yours or mine?
I'll go.
Oh, it's yours because we did the harmonizing.
We did.
Okay. All right. Great.
All right. Here's another decorating one that I don't know if I love it or hate it. I think I personally kind of love it, but it can go overboard, which is a whole town on a table. You know, those little statues, like there's the post office. And yeah. I've seen like what looks like you are lording over your own small city.
2/3 of Hallmark films are you get transported into the small town, or the child that uses the small town starts affecting real life.
Yes. Listen, call Hollywood. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that in person.
You've not seen the whole town on a table? I kind of love the whole town on a table.
No, I have not seen that in person, but because it reminds me of seeing the whole village in Beetlejuice in the attic. I love it because I want to do that. Like I would, if I could in my attic, I would hang up twinkle lights and have some kind of model train set I already hanker for the little village on a table. I just haven't done it.
Well, get on it, Paget.
It's
cute. You know what? It's cute. And different companies, it's almost like these different companies are city planners because each of them build, like they all match. You know, you can buy sets that all match. There are sets that are all separate.
Oh.
Wait, are they all Christmas based? Or is it like, oh, here's your firehouse and here's your public library and here's the town hall?
I've seen multiple versions. It's mostly municipal small town things decorated for Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, you have to buy a separate building for your Christmas.
Well, no, it's so you buy the little village. It's specifically for Christmas. So that one little house is decorated for Christmas.
I see.
The firehouse has snow on it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. The corner store has a wreath.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. Yeah. I vote nice.
Yeah, I like nice.
Yeah,
is it creepy?
I agree with that.
What do you think?
I love them. I'm a big fan.
We're about to have a console table, which we haven't had a console. We haven't really had an entryway to have a console table. Now we have a console table coming. And it occurred to me like, this is what we should be doing. That console table, we should be putting city. Like we're already with the tree. I've wanted to put a train around the base of the tree. Yes. So what I did, I asked our producer Ken Plume, who goes all out in decorating his tree. I said, what train do you use? He said, here, sends me a link to a train set that is the Disney World monorail, the 50th anniversary edition.
That's very cool.
I now have a raised monorail. It's got the station. It's remote controlled, so you can stop it and it makes the ding, ding, ding. Attention, the monorail is stopping
that's
briefly.
So good.
No.
Our journey. And then you press the doors button and it does the doors opening and close. It has like the voice of the monorail. I'll send you both a video of it, but I love the idea of having a giant, like that to me is I'll know when I've accumulated real wealth, when I have a room in my home where I've set up a train, like an ornate train, model train track and like a whole city that you keep adding to. And then there are people who will dress that up for the holiday, but this is a pre-made, like you get at Hallmark, and it's not like you don't buy the whole set. You buy like this house, the main street.
And then you can eventually have put together the whole set.
Yes. And you clearly did not put a rock behind your toilet because all of your money is gone buying to put on a table.
It sounds like you are living you sound like a mogul now. You have the tree, you have a fancy monorail that talks, you're getting a custom built console for your entryway. You sound like a king already.
Holy moly.
I'm rich in love and tables.
All right, you're up.
All right, I have one here. This is all right, I'll do a food one. We haven't really talked about food much. Mm-hmm. Chocolate covered oranges as a gift or a treat. You know what I mean?
What?
Like chocolate covered orange slices.
Is that a thing? I don't.
Yeah.
It
comes like in an orb, but it's individually wrapped segments.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about. They're foil wrapped, like gold foil wrapped with a green, and so you can hang it on the tree too until it's time to. I love it. I vote.
You love those? Okay, great. That's nice. That's an easy one.
Wait, that's the end of that, Gagliardi?
I'm only laughing because last week we did an episode. Or a couple of weeks ago, we did best accompaniment for chocolate. And I guess it was off mic, railed against those for a good few minutes.
I did. I don't like those two flavors together, but I have one of my best friends, Damien. He has a palate where you'd think that would be something that he would like. And he does not like them. But for years, I've encouraged people to give them to him as like a gift. Like, Damien, he's a foodie. Oh, he would love a chocolate covered orange.
Oh, the game of putting a bug in someone's ear who you know is going to get a present for someone and is on the hunt for one. Just putting the wrong bug in their ear is so fun.
Just the practical joke of.
Yeah. I love that.
It's a practical joke on two people. Because the gift giver thinks they're doing the right thing, and the recipient is like, "Oh, I hate these things."
And their response is, "Oh, you talked to Hal."
Yeah, it's mirthful.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys know the bread, the panettone? Is that a Christmas panettone?
Yeah,
you're Italian.
I am. We've
That's
actually
Christmas, right?
It is Christmas. Panettone and Pandoro are the two Italian. They're very similar.
I like those.
One is cakier and one is breadier. I love them. They have them at the Monte Carlo market, or the Monte Cristo, whatever the one next to the Pinocchio restaurant is, the Italian market in my neighborhood. And they have the big tower of them.
Yes.
And it's fun to watch the big tower as the season goes dwindle down.
Yeah. That's where we got ours.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
That really old guy makes sandwiches.
Yes.
Everyone comes in for the sandwich. I can't. What is that
Geppetto?
called? It's
Pinocchio.
the best.
The Pinocchio restaurant.
It's Geppetto. Someday this sandwich will be a real boy.
And then that sandwich starts talking and singing, "I've got no strings," and it's terrifying.
But it's delicious.
But it's delicious.
No strings. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You bit me.
All right. Here's one for you. This is, I guess, a little more, it's not as specific. It's more general. Uniformity of Christmas decor. Meaning this year, everything's going to be red, or we're going like having that, like where everything is just starkly one uniform design. Big head shake on that one.
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
That sounds very Marxist. Even the color choice, there's something about that sounds.
We decorate for holiday, comrade.
Yeah, it sounds political. I don't like it. I don't like it. It sounds scary.
Yeah.
That uniformity, that conformity. Also, it sounds like you're yelling at other people in your family, like, "Don't you wear eggplant this year?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it.
Yeah. I guess I see that more in business settings than in a home setting. It's jarring. I've seen it in a home setting and it's jarring. When that, like I've saw it, like, when one family does like this year, everything's white and it's just like you walk in and you look like you're in a snowstorm. Yeah.
Or your gynecologist's office. I don't like it. I think I vote gauche and naughty.
Gauche and naughty. All right, Hal, you're up.
All right. Christmas party that is populated almost exclusively by adults, but you have Santa show up. Is that naughty or nice? Could be an office party too.
It depends on the
Santa shows up.
Is it a stripping?
Is it sexy Santa?
No. It's not sexy Santa. It's just like somebody is dressed as Santa and shows up at a party populated mostly by adults. And it's happened, right? It happens. I'm not making this up.
Have you seen this?
I've imagined it. There's no way it doesn't happen. Office parties have that. They have like somebody that, an office Christmas party, and someone will show up as Santa. Maybe it's the boss. Maybe it's.
I think the boss dressing up as Santa is worse because there's that sort of late Victorian benevolent,
like he's
elderly
the hero.
Man with the white beard who bestows upon people gifts. Like, for the boss to take on that mantle seems weird.
The same one is like, we need everyone to come back in the office. Ho, 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 ho.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right, I got one that since we've had a couple of naughties. Here's one that I think is nice. I don't know if you guys think it's nice. Is nutcrackers, but specifically nutcrackers as they have gone the ways now recently of like Barbie's careers, where there's the nutcracker that looks like a doctor and a nutcracker that looks like you know what I mean, like different professions. Nutcrackers have different professions. Yeah,
they all have goatee, like the wooden nutcracker.
Like one that I have here is
Of course he has one.
Of course I have Elvis the Nutcracker.
Make his mouth go.
Okay.
I'm just a hunger burning love.
Oh God. Oh, I wish people could see this right now. It is a nutcracker. Dressed like late 70s Elvis, Vegas Elvis.
Yeah.
Jumpsuit, rhinestone jumpsuit. Hal, do you have a response? Did you know these were being made?
I'm not surprised. I don't think I ever thought of it before, but I'm not surprised. And it feels like something I would see in one of three places. One is the as seen on TV aisle at the CBS. Two is at a Spencer's Gifts, and three is on QVC.
Fair. That is from that New York City year-round Christmas store, which has a lot. That was what gave me the idea. And it's in the middle of Little Italy. It's like, it's perfect for me. I can go get Italian food, and right smack dab on Mulberry Street, there is this Christmas year-round store in New York that has a million nutcrackers of a million different styles. They also have those weird, like, ripped buff merman ornaments. I don't know if you've seen those.
What?
Yeah, I've plumbed the depths of Christmas decor.
Clearly, I didn't even know.
More than you guys.
I don't. Elf on your toilet.
I
didn't know half of this stuff existed. Yeah. Because I'm spending so much time and attention on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it was a whole world of Christmas I didn't know about.
Oh yeah.
I think we could probably all agree that an Elvis nutcracker is good. I'm curious about. I mean, yes, that's nice. Nutcrackers, nice nutcrackers, not just the nutcracker. Nutcracker. What is a bad nutcracker you've seen?
Oh.
I don't know. I guess like it.
Is there a buff nutcracker?
I would love to see a buff nutcracker, but like just like the idea of like Merry Christmas. Hey, do you have? It was the one in the Scrubs that made me think of it. Like, like nutcracker in Dr. Scrubs.
This nutcracker is the QAnon shaman.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
or is there? Yeah. See, I'm asking. Is there? Are there?
Or like IP based nutcrackers? You know what I mean? Like this is a Darth Vader nutcracker. Or
I like that.
You must have one of those, Hal.
You have a Darth Vader nutcracker.
If I had one, I would. There is a Darth Vader on our tree. You can tell if you were to look at our tree, and you're welcome to come visit and look at our tree. You would see very quickly which ornaments belong to Jennifer and which are ones that I brought to it, because all of mine are like, there's Thor's hammer next to Darth Vader, next to the 2008 Philadelphia Phillies World Series champion ornament. Like it's all very me. And then like there are a few that we got together. But Darth Vader is always part of Christmas.
I want there to be a Darthy Vader Parton ornament on the tree that is just a combination of the two of you.
It's Darth with the hair.
Yeah, but instead of the black helmet, it's blonde.
Yeah. What I'm alarmed by, Mark, is you saying, you know, those buff mermaid or buff merman
ornaments? No.
As if like we all know that these
Y'all have
exist.
not seen the buff merman? Oh, you gotta look up the buff merman ornaments.
No. You mean
I don't want to.
No, it's like, and this is another one of the ones that they treat them like Barbies, where there's like all different professions of buff merman tree ornaments. Buff merman tree ornaments are a thing.
Are they Chippendales?
What?
There's
Chippendales?
They look like Chippendales from the waist up.
But
fish and chip and
From
dip?
the waist down, they look like fish.
But,
you know how a merman works.
But they have outfits, like there are also buff merman doctors.
Yeah, it's kind of a hat on a hat.
It's a lot. It's 3 hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First you've got the merman, then you've got the occupation. And that, I guess, was my question about the nutcrackers. Is the nutcracker enough without the addition of, fireman nutcracker? But the variety of nutcrackers is great.
I think it's very inclusive, and I like it.
All right. I like that. All right, Hal, you're up. What do you got?
All right, this one is fashion-based.
Awesome.
So I think it's perfect for you. This is, it's cold during the winter season, even here in the Los Angeles area. It's been a little cold lately. And like most Jewish males, I refuse to turn on the heat because somebody has to pay for that. So you need to stay warm when you're sitting and watching TV or doing whatever. So Snuggie is the brand name. Slanket is more what it is. The blankets with sleeves to stay warm. Is that naughty or nice? I definitely have an opinion about it, but I want to hear what yours is.
Mark?
Like a front blanket with the sleeve.
I'm giggling because right now this episode seems like it's turned into, let's invite our coolest friend on the show and tell her all the stuff that we individually do that we don't think is cool. And we just want
cool?
validation from Paget.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah.
It's just us going, hey, Paget, is this cool?
Is it okay? Is it okay if my blanket has sleeves on it, Paget?
Oh my God.
Mark, what do you think? Do you want me to answer? What do you think?
Look, I think on all of these, pretty much all of these so far, if it's your thing, I'm into it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? If you want to wear a Snuggie, wear a Snuggie. I don't own a Snuggie. I'm the person though that gets too hot on the couch. Like a couch that sinks me in. I don't need to get like warm and cozy. I get hot easily. So that seems like a Slanket or Snuggie seems like it would take longer to take off.
So you are anti-Slanket Snuggie.
For me personally, I am pro. I like that people like the hygge sort of coziness of Christmas time. And I think a Slanket / Snuggie benefits that. I think it's an aid in that process.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think?
I agree that I want everyone to be happy and snuggled or slanketed in whatever fashion they choose. I have a question. Is it holiday themed or is it like leopard or pink fuzzy or?
Let's assume for the sake of argument that it's holiday themed.
Holiday themed I support. Now my
Buff
problem
merman.
with the Snuggie, not Buff Merman. No, my problem with the Snuggie is it ends up feeling like if you stand up, it's essentially a hospital gown. It's open in the back.
Yes.
And I feel vulnerable. So I don't
fair.
I would prefer to have sweaters or sweatshirts and full blankets, full committed to being what they are blankets. But that sounds like I'm judging a Snuggie, but I have owned them and then realized, this is not for me. Although one had a pocket, which I thought was really innovative.
But right, for your remote.
It was a pocket for, it fit a remote and one of those small bags of potato chips.
Perfect.
It does seem a little odd. Like it would feel a little bit backwards to me because blanket wise, like if I want to warm up, if I am cold in the house and want to warm up on the couch under a blanket, it goes from over my shoulders and on my back and then wraps around the front as opposed to starting in the front and wrapping around in the back.
That's why it feels like a hospital gown to me, which is not one positive memory of having
Correct. I feel like I've worn hospital gowns enough this year that I don't need that memory. Now you'll remember at the beginning when I brought this up that I said I had a strong feeling about it, but I wanted to hear what everybody else had to say.
Andy.
I think that Snuggies and Slankets are absolute garbage for the reason that I get the idea of like when you're under a blanket, boy, I sure wish my arms were free. But when you take your arms out of the blanket, your arms become cold. Part of the fun of a blanket is its nesting. And all you're doing is turning it into a backwards coat. Like take your coat and put it on backwards. If that's what you need. Or I get it. It's not long enough. Take a trench coat and put it backwards. All right. I get it. They're longer than a jacket, but I would rather have my parents were gifted a blanket when I was a child. There was a Korean grocer around the corner from us who we became friends with. And one year for the holidays, they gave us this giant, like, velveteen kind of blanket that had a tiger and some flowers printed on the front of it.
Groovy.
It was the greatest blanket ever. I loved to just be lost inside that blanket. I don't even know if my father still has it and I find out, I'm stealing, he doesn't listen to this. I'm stealing that blanket. I'm going to steal that blanket. But I love that idea of being enveloped in it. And then you have to reach out and get stuff and then you come back in. Like that's your little fortress or cave or burrow. So like the sleeves are, I get, they're trying to solve a problem, but I don't think some problems can just be problems. Like not every problem needs to be solved in that way. Sometimes it could just be like, all right, now I get a little bit of the chill. And now I'm going to be in the blanket, or I pull the blanket all the way over my head and then I eat a little bit. That's just shame eating.
It's so much bigger than the question of a Snuggie.
It is.
What you're saying it's about life and perseverance.
Yeah. Some things just need to be problems.
Plus, when you wash it once, it turns into like a dry, crinkly cloth. Like they don't wash particularly well. And I'm a decent laundryman, but they do not, none of them are made well enough to really hold it. None that I've encountered.
So that answer is it's naughty.
I think it's naughty.
Because none of us use one.
You both see, I think it's naughty.
It's not for us. It's naughty.
Now there are people it's for, and I'm gonna add just a little caveat because in the past we have cracked wise on some products that we don't necessarily see as being useful for people with disabilities. I don't know if there is a world where a Snuggie comes in handier in that regard. So in that regard, I will say, and add that to, I will fold that in with, they are for some people and some people love them. We seem to not be those three people.
I agree. No. I think if you were in a wheelchair, it would be indispensable.
Yeah.
You absolutely would want a Snuggie. I would.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get just that. For us.
I get that. I would say, and again, like we decided that Christmas music before Thanksgiving was naughty, but I'm still going to do it. It doesn't make it wrong.
Of course.
We're just this is the beauty of this being a holiday episode. The gift is this is maybe one episode. We say for all people for all time, and we did say it in this episode, but we're going to let it slide for a variety. There are a variety of exceptions for which you can qualify.
There's a couple of C's on this report card.
Any of them. Yeah. And we don't need to know what they are.
I do also like the fact, though, and I wish this were more of a national standard, that it's fine to disagree and debate and have a different point of view and say, no, I'm only speaking for myself. I don't want to take anything away from you. But so I love this. I love this idea. And I think we're being fair. And you're the one who said for all people, all time.
Mark.
Hey, man, you're the one that pitched the show as that.
Well, you know better than to listen to me.
It's taken 402 episodes to get there.
I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of things. All right, here's one for you. I'm going to switch now. I've got a couple of questions about exterior home decoration. One, the laser. The projector laser, aim the green snow laser and red snow laser dots at your house.
I like it. Yeah. I like parts of town being lit up and houses being lit up. And sometimes that same device can be used to have ghosts fly up over your house or turkeys, wandering. I think it's an all-purpose. I think that's a far better invention personally than a Snuggie. I think it's multi-use and celebratory. I wonder if what I've never experienced though is that something that bleeds over into your neighbor's windows or anything. I'm trying to find the downside.
I think the downside is, I think they're two different things. There's the projector, which will project ghosts and snowflakes and things on your house. And there probably is some bleed on that. But those are the ones that, as they get further away, they get more and more muted. Yeah. There's also the straight up laser with a refractor in it that is just, this is light that is going to shoot out into space and is never going to dissipate.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's just red and green dots on the side of a like thing. I understand it is a simpler setup.
Yeah,
it's hard and
lining your house with lights.
You hire someone else to do it. It can be dangerous. There may be a reason why you can't go up and do that work, whether it's economic or physical, whatever it is.
I agree.
That being said, the lasers just feel like I feel like they haven't. Like I like to see lights lining the eaves of a house and around the window and scattered among the bushes and around the tree. There's a street in El Segundo, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it is ridiculously close to the Chevron plant where everybody on the block decorates their house. And you do this like candy cane lane sort of walk through this winter wonderland where everybody's trying to top everyone else. And this place has a Christmas Vacation themed home, and this one has all the Marvel heroes. And that to me that's what I like to see. When I see those laser dots, generally it just feels like I also did this. Like it doesn't.
The laser thing, I don't, first of all, can't you still go blind?
If a laser hits you in the eye.
Right in the eye. I think then that's just reckless. I don't care for it. It doesn't seem very artistic. A projector, at least that's more old timey Hollywood maybe. Yeah. And, hanging lights is, you know what I'm going to say? Also it could fly out into space and hurt a completely peaceful alien.
Yeah. So we're saying nice projector, naughty lasers.
I think lasers are naughty.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Let me keep going with this. Let's rapid fire a couple of these.
Great.
The light show where you have to tune your car's radio to a certain station to hear what's playing along with it. It's synced up to music, but you actually have to tune your radio to it. There were homes that had this in suburban Philadelphia.
I don't know what that is.
So you drive up to the house and there's
like
a small transmitter.
Yeah, they put it on like the shortest band FM station. You
hear their Christmas music choice?
You hear
on your radio
music that or audio that syncs up to the light, the coordinated light. It's generally like an electrician's house where they're like, they know how to do this stuff, or an engineer. And so they've set everything up, and then you drive up, you tune your car's radio, and then you listen to a show similar to the Bellagio fountains where it's set to music.
See, I've already made it not rapid fire by not understanding this technology. So I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I vote no.
All right. It's naughty.
Fine. No, it's naughty.
Naughty.
Yard inflatables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for them, but I feel like people stab them. I feel like they get stolen. I feel like there's been some violence performed against yard inflatables that makes me sad. So it's, I guess, but that's what the Ring camera is for, to see who punctured your Santa. But is there any danger associated with it? I mean,
no, nothing I know. I mean, anything can be dangerous. It's sort of the Dan Aykroyd sketch from SNL. Like this plastic bag can be dangerous. Like kid can be playing, put his head in. Yeah. It's that.
What do you think? Are you a yes or a no on yard inflatables?
Oh, I love them, especially if it's Snoopy especially if it's stuff that has nothing to do with Christmas, like Snoopy in his Sopwith camel.
Yeah.
Hunting down the Red Baron.
I'm a yard inflatable
nothing
fan.
to do.
I love seeing it. I love them. I love seeing it. I'm trying to find what is the downside to a yard inflatable. I'm trying to
I don't think there is.
I'm like thinking that a conflict equals comedy, and I can't just go, yep, love them.
No, we could, you know what? This whole podcast is sometimes, yep, love it. Great.
Okay.
No notes.
All right. Here's one, a nativity scene, but made up with pop culture characters. So it's like a very Sesame Street nativity.
I mean, yes.
Okay,
however
nice.
You picture the nativity, if you took the time to set it up, go for it. Unless it's like racist or freaky.
That's not good.
Like I would do an all alien crash. I think that would be hilarious.
So
with that
if
fries
you're doing,
in Burbank,
if you're doing a themed, one of those, specifically what did you say? The Sesame Street one or Snoopy?
Yeah, I just pulled Snoopy out of my,
who gets to be the Jesus in all of them? Do you put an actual, like, no, we're going to use
probably Big Bird, since he's supposed to be a child.
Yeah.
Big Bird or Elmo.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Oh, does he fit in the manger?
Yeah. If he's the largest largest character
in a tiny cradle.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
What about mixed nativities? So it's like the Hamburglar and Grimace and Ronald McDonald are the three wise men visiting
These
Big
odd
Bird.
passion plays. Yeah.
Princess Leia is Mother Mary.
Oh my God. If you could make a nativity just out of Happy Meal toys, I would be so happy. Just
I guarantee someone's done it.
Yeah.
Someone's done it.
Yeah. The box becomes the stable with the manger.
I think it would be so sad if the answer was no. It's got to be all the little white figurines we've always had, except for that one black wise man. Like, then I would have a problem with that. I think they should be whatever you want.
Oh my God. I love that. All right. Going back to the outdoors. This is one that, in the same vein as the yard inflatables, blow molds. Blow molds are now super huge. They've come back. And speaking of the nativity, they're those big hollow plastic decorations.
Plastic with the lights inside of them.
Yeah. So like the whole thing glows. You know what I'm talking about? There was a nativity. There was a blow mold nativity that everyone in my neighborhood had growing up.
It's a classic, very classic, like the plastic Santa, especially Rudolph and the light bulbs in the nose.
Oh, I've seen that one. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yes. Crow.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Hal, what you got?
Candles in every window, one single candle in the gold handle, but it's electric.
Yes. Doesn't matter what it is.
Nice.
Safety first. That's what I have. Mine are all that candle right back there. I'll put those in the windows, and those are all battery operated and they flicker.
Oh yeah.
And they're fake. I love them. Yes, absolutely. Best decoration you can do is candle in every window, but I'm from Massachusetts.
Fantastic. Tinsel. Loose tinsel.
No. Anti-tinsel.
Anti-tinsel.
Aren't birds eating it and dying? It gets in the ocean.
Yeah. Then no, loose
Anti-tinsel.
anti-tinsel.
Tinsel garland is acceptable because you can wrap it up and put it in a box. Loose tinsel, no. Anti.
No. Naughty list.
What about popcorn? Strung popcorn.
Absolutely. Necessary. Nice.
Here's one. This is my last one. We've done this one before. It'd be interesting to A, do it rapid fire, and B, do it now. I don't know how long ago it was we did it. Mistletoe.
Yes.
Pro mistletoe.
Well, is it poisonous?
It is a parasite. I know that.
You shouldn't.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I'm pro mistletoe.
And pro parasite.
And pro parasite.
And parasites and cranberries and popcorn garlands.
All right. I got one last one. And maybe it'll take a second. I think it's called the white elephant, where you take everybody brings a gift, and then you take, like, number one takes a gift, the number two can take another gift or steal. So you're stealing all this stuff. Is that naughty or nice?
Nice. It's what I do with my in-laws. I love it.
Nice.
I've done it with my family. I love it. I think that's a great family practice.
We did that one year for Christmas, and it made everything so easy. The game was the whole family is getting together for Christmas. Nobody's getting anyone any presents. Underneath the Christmas tree, it was just everybody brought a single white elephant gift. And the rule was you had to buy it off of an infomercial, and it had to be $20.
Oh, so great.
Yeah. So that was the year that I gave a shake weight and got a tactical flashlight, and it was delightful.
Oh, you won.
Yeah, I totally won that. Yeah. I still use my tactical flashlight.
That didn't do anything for my arms. Nothing. That's great. I love it. I love that because it's a family activity. It's not over commercializing. It's understanding that people need to operate within a budget sometimes. And it's just,
it's fun.
Funny, and it can be competitive, and you can be like, I've always hated you.
Yeah.
and
within the context of White Elephant, it's okay.
You're allowed to say that.
I get super competitive. I got the one that I did because I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the best gift. And then I'm trying to, like, the year I did it, Jennifer went before me, and she was excited about the thing she got, but it got stolen. But I had picked first. So I was just waiting. And I think the rule is, like, if it gets stolen 3 times, it's locked in. But I waited, and I was like, I didn't get and I took it back last thing so that Jennifer could have it.
Oh,
so, it was like Survivor. Like, I was scheming, like.
Isn't that fascinating though? Because it's a holiday, but there's strategy and love and honor.
It's so fun. I love a white elephant.
Me too.
So that one's nice.
The nicest.
We've gone through our full list. Can I just ask, I have one more question that I just wrote at the top here as just not an afterthought, but a little dessert to end our meal. Knowing that you are the style icon that you are.
Oh, no.
If there were, for you, a decade of Christmas decorations. Again, mine were all decorations based. Christmas decor through the decades. What do you think is the best decade for Christmas decor? Holiday decor, I should say.
I think, well, my immediate answer, I think I automatically think Victorian, but I'm sure a bunch of houses burned down, and also poor people probably weren't able to. Yeah. So it's probably my American nostalgic idea of what Collier's magazine put on the cover. So I think, I don't know, maybe the real answer is once you take loose tinsel and lasers out of it, it would be right now is the greatest time because we have access to all these other periods that we can decorate for Christmas. We can do Star Wars and Happy Meal toys and Victorian and
buff mermen.
Buff mermen.
Those buff mermen.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Now is freedom of expression. Now is the time. Probably now is the greatest time of Christmas decoration history.
You know what? That is a wonderful note to end on. So these have all been asked and answered. And thank you, Paget, for coming back on the show. It's always my favorite time of year to get to have you on the show.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. And you can check out Criminal Minds is on Paramount Plus. The reboot. You can watch it.
Starting Thanksgiving.
It's there. Yeah.
Starting Thanksgiving.
It's out. Yeah. By the time you're listening to this, we're recording this before, but you will be able to listen. By the time you listen to this, it will be there.
Yes.
Waiting for you in your stocking.
And I'm sorry that we spent this time before Thanksgiving talking about Christmas and Christmas music.
No, I love it. I'm serious. You changed my mind. I am actually going to go into the basement now and get the Christmas trees because it does look so nice and homey and warm. I'm going to put up the Christmas trees, not play the music, but I'm going to get on it right now. So thank you for changing me, educating me, and honoring me with your presence.
You know what? Right back to you.
Yeah. We love you.
Oh, I love you too. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy every holiday you celebrate. Yeah. These topics are closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us on Twitter at We Got This Tweets or
email us at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or go to our Facebook group. Talk about what makes the holidays special for you. That's Facebook.com/group/WeGotThisPodcast. Thank you to producer Ken Plume. You can support all of the wonderful things he does outside of the show at Patreon.com/Ken Plume. Also, thank you to researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us a chance to sit down with one of our nearest and dearest and talk about stuff that we love, stuff that we think is naughty, stuff that we think is nice. I'll tell you what is nice is having you here with us for 400 plus episodes. We wouldn't be doing this without you. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody. We got this.
We got this.
Oh,
happy birthday.
So great.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture. Artist owned.
Audience supported.